I stared at numbers until they blurred into fear. It usually happens late at night, when the house is quiet and everyone else is asleep. I'll open my banking app, watch the numbers flicker across the screen, and feel my stomach sink as expenses stack higher than commissions. I tell myself I'm just checking in, just making sure I'm on top of things. But really, I'm bracing. Every refresh feels like waiting for a punch I can't avoid. The numbers become more than numbers. They become proof that I might not be enough. That night, the phone screen became a symbol of fragile stability. Its glow felt colder than the room itself. Each time I refreshed, my chest tightened, and the silence around me seemed to grow louder. It wasn't just about money. It was about security, about being a provider, about living up to expectations, my own, my family's, my culture's. And as I sat there in the dark, the weight of all those layers pressed down. I've stared at numbers until they blurred into fear. Maybe you've done that too. Let the numbers define your worth, even for a moment. Financial anxiety is a pressure most of us don't talk about, but it's one many of us know too well. It's not just the bills or the fluctuating income. It's the story we attach to those numbers. In business, the anxiety grows sharp. Every commission feels temporary, every expense permanent. Cash flow isn't steady, it's tidal, unpredictable. And when you're the one responsible, it feels like your family's entire stability rests on your shoulders alone. At home, the weight doesn't stay hidden. The tension leaks out in short answers, in distracted presence, in late nights staring at screens instead of resting beside the people who matter most. Financial anxiety doesn't just cost money, it costs connection. Culturally, the pressure is magnified. Providing wasn't optional, it was honor. Success meant stability, wealth, and the ability to support not only your immediate family, but the extended one too. So when the numbers dipped, it didn't feel like a financial setback. It felt like failing my heritage, my parents' sacrifices, my children's future. Do you ever feel that too? Do you ever look at the numbers and think, what if this is the month I can't keep up? Do you feel the silence of those numbers louder than words, like they're judging you? I wish someone had told me, my resilience is stronger than one slow month. Because the truth is, one dip doesn't erase the years of work that carried you here. One setback doesn't erase your strength. Markets rise and fall, but resilience, that stays. I thought one bad month erased all my hard work. That lie haunted me for too long. That night, the cold glow of the phone pressed harder against me. Numbers blurred, fear grew, and I felt small against the tide. The breaking point came with a whisper I didn't want to hear. What if I can't keep this up? I stared at the phone, chest tightening, stomach turning, eyes locked on the dip in the numbers. The glow on my face made me feel exposed, fragile. My breath shortened, my jaw clenched. My whole body told the story of fear. That was my crisis cue. But then, a reset. The first method I tried was visualization. I closed my eyes and pictured the numbers on my screen like waves. Some high, some low. The tide moving in, the tide moving out. I reminded myself that no tide stays the same. The water always returns. Cash flow, like the tide, has rhythm. And when I imagined it that way, my chest loosened. The fear shifted into perspective. The second method was journaling. I wrote a simple question at the top of the page. What strength do I hold beyond numbers? At first, I struggled. My mind wanted to circle back to income, commissions, bills. But slowly, words came. Resilience, trust from clients, the business I'd built from scratch, the love of my family, the ability to adapt. By the time I finished, I realized the numbers on the screen weren't the full story. The phone screen symbol transformed in that moment. It wasn't just fragile stability anymore. When I put the phone face down and exhaled, it became a reminder. Stability doesn't live in numbers alone. My body felt the difference. Breath slower, shoulders softer, chest lighter. And the truth settled in. My resilience is stronger than one slow month. After that night, the way I held financial anxiety began to shift. The numbers still fluctuated, but I no longer let them define my worth. My resilience is stronger than one slow month. Security comes from resilience, not perfect income lines. The phone screen symbol transformed too. Instead of glowing fear into my face, it became a reminder to pause, to breathe, to trust the tide. Each time I felt the anxiety rise, I'd put it face down and choose presence over panic. Markets change. My resilience carries me through. Let's practice this together. Think of a number that's been haunting you, maybe a bill, an expense, or a dip in income. Hold it in your mind for a moment. Feel the weight it carries. Now close your eyes. Visualize that number as a wave. See it rise, see it fall. Notice how it's never fixed, never final. Like the tide, it moves, and you stand steady on the shore. Next, grab a piece of paper and write this question. What strength do I hold beyond numbers? List 3 answers. Maybe it's your resilience, your adaptability, your family's love, your client's trust. Let those truths be bigger than the numbers. At work, this practice reminds you that cash flow volatility is temporary. At home, it keeps you present, not lost in worry. And culturally, it shifts the story from I must always provide perfectly to I provide with steadiness, with resilience, with love. Even one slow month can't erase what you've built. The phone screen doesn't hold me the way it once did. It still glows, still tempts, still shows me numbers that rise and fall, but it no longer defines me. Now, when I see that glow, I remember the tide, and I remember my steadiness. Money rises and falls, but my steadiness stays. Markets will shift, bills will come, income will dip, but resilience, that's mine to keep. So tonight, let me leave you with this reflection. What strength do you hold beyond numbers? Write it down, claim it, carry it into tomorrow. My resilience is stronger than one slow month. And tonight, I'm grateful, not because the numbers are perfect, but because resilience is here, alive and steady.